this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Let's not mince words here. XRP is the king. In my very last video, and this is definitely worth reporting, when XRP dropped, it hit $3.18, and then it dropped in the evening, down, not crazily, but from about $3.18 down to about $2.95. When that happened, that was because of the news that the SEC was, they had officially filed their appeal regarding the Judge Torres decision in the SEC v. Ripple case. And it's silly that it would drop because of that, because we already knew it was coming. Ripple executives were literally talking about the day before how they had been conversing with the SEC. There was no deal to be made. They wouldn't delay it. It was going to come. But then when the news broke down to the minute, and that's how we know that this is the reason this happened, down to the minute, that's when XRP took a little bit of a spill. And at the time I'm recording this, it's $3.12, so it didn't matter. Some people got spooked. Almost nobody. Went down briefly for like 45 minutes. That was it. But the cool thing is, and this is why, one of the many reasons you'll see in this video why XRP is king. Wait till I show you. There's so many XRP charts that you've got to see. One of my favorite analysts out there covered this. You're going to like this video. But one of the reasons that XRP is king is that when that fall happened, because of that SEC news, the entire market took a dive, including Bitcoin and including Ethereum, down to the minute. They all fell. They all fell because of XRP specific news. And even then, like, I don't literally mean XRP, like it's viewed as XRP specific news, but really XRP's got its legal clarity, so it doesn't matter for us. There's nothing to be concerned about. It's Ripple news. And so anyway, that's just the way the market's responding to it. But I think that's freaking cool as hell. That's amazing. XRP leading the market. That has only happened a handful of times that I've seen in my 7+ years in crypto. The coolest damn thing here. So anyway, plenty to share in this video, but before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. Take a look at this post from chart analyst Tony Severino, and it's an XRP USD chart going back a decade, over a decade actually, and he wrote, XRP is genuinely one of the strongest charts I've ever seen. And he's not kidding. Do you remember, so like, I'm sure most of you were here with me going on the journey, including throughout 2024. Do you remember in April of last year, how analysts started pointing out that XRP's Bollinger Bands had never been tighter in history except for in 2017. So you can see between the red and the green here, how narrow it gets right before XRP takes off. And this metric applied to any asset is an indication that it's about to break. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to break up or down, but it means it's going to break. So then you have to look at other factors to come to a reasonable conclusion about, okay, is the break, when it happens, is it going to be to the upside or the downside? And I insisted throughout 2024, since we're in a bull market, that it would be to the upside. And so the Bollinger Bands got tighter and tighter and tighter, even tighter than in 2017. And we saw what happened in 2017. It just rocketed, biggest rally in XRP history. And it got even tighter. And so throughout the year, I kept insisting if history is going to rhyme with itself, then we're going to see it open up. And we're going to see it just like that. And XRP is going to rally. And damn it, that's exactly what happened. And we're not done yet, obviously. You know, we're halfway through January, roughly. So the best is yet to come. We haven't even hit the new all-time high. As of the time I'm recording this, I don't know if it'll happen today, tomorrow, a week from now. I don't pretend to know. Sooner rather than later, almost certainly. I don't think many people would agree with that or disagree with that at this point. I think most people would agree. But look at it opening up here. And it was so obvious. The whole damn time it was so obvious. So when he's showing this chart, he's like, this is one of the strongest charts I've ever seen. Yeah. And you know what else? There's no cryptocurrency in the history of the asset class that is consolidated as long as XRP has, or longer. I mean, you could argue XLM because it moves in tandem, but there's no coin that's consolidated longer, and XLM just follows XRP price action anyway, as evidenced by the fact that when there's XRP specific news that XLM followed, like when there was the legal clarity for XRP on July 13th of 2023, XLM followed because reasons basically. But you'll love to see this. And there's this post from ChartingGuy. Now, this post was originally from March 28th of 2024, but he reposted this, and I think the timing was appropriate, so I thought I'd share it with you because it's right. And he knew this, and he's one of the many analysts, as was Tony Severino, saying, hey, this thing's going to break to the upside. XRP is going to melt faces. It's in a 7-year symmetrical triangle, just about, and it's going to break out. And so here he wrote in March of last year, this cycle has a ton of resemblance of 2017. You know what that means? A very crazy alt season and an actual blow off top, not an ABC double top. You know what else that means? XRP blows everyone's minds. And so here we are, 10 months later just about, and yes, minds are being blown, and you just wait until this bitch hits a new all-time high and enters price discovery. That's when everybody's faces will finally start to melt. It's going to be absolutely glorious. Here's the post. Now, this is interesting. So like I mentioned at the outset of the video, I got a bunch of charts for you. They're from chart analyst Dom, one of the many analysts who did call the breakout to the upside. He does fantastic work, and he showed tons of XRP charts. So fine, we haven't seen a new all-time high as of the time I'm recording this anyway. Maybe it has by the time you're watching this, but as of the time I'm recording this, there has not been a new all-time high for XRP against the dollar. But I got to show you the confluence highlighted through multiple XRP charts, other XRP charts. So check this out. And Dom wrote XRP detailed analysis. And the chart on your screen is an XRP BTC chart. He says, read until the end if you want to understand how I currently view this price action and my thoughts going into the next weeks. I believe XRP is currently battling its most important resistance zone it has ever faced in history. Throughout this post, I am going to share many perspectives to nail this idea down. So let's start with XRP BTC. In the above chart, that's the one on your screen here, you can see XRP is currently battling its most important resistance against Bitcoin. In history, that was a weird cadence, this resistance has rejected us 8 times over the last 7 years. Anytime it was fully broken, we have seen at least a 150% move. I placed a volume profile over it to see how little historical volume is over this level. Right now, price is trying to break the value area of the last 7 years, along with VWAP since the all-time high in January of 2018. The above chart, and I'm switching to this now, it's market cap XRP dominance percentage chart. So he says the above chart is the XRP dominance of the total crypto market cap. Just like XRP BTC, it is battling the most important level in the last 7 years that it's been stuck under. This level is around 5% to 6% of the total crypto market cap. I believe if this level can fully clear, XRP is on the way to owning 12% of the total crypto market cap. So folks, let's pause to think about that. XRP is over $3 now. And so you're talking about its percentage of the market cap that it dominates doubling, which means that the price based on the current level of the current market cap for the entire space, that would double. So you're already looking at just that as, $6 to $7 XRP. But what if XRP hits that dominance percentage up there? So what if it does hit this level of like 12.6%, 12.64%? And what if it does that, but instead of the crypto market cap being here, let's see where it is right now, actually. What's it? 3.5 trillion. Okay. So imagine that's double. What if it's 7 trillion? And then instead of XRP getting 12% of 3.5 trillion, XRP gets 12% of 7 trillion. Do you see how the numbers get crazy really quickly? And this is not I'm not making a prediction. It's like a mental exercise. You think about what that means. If this is going to hit it, and based on historical precedent, there's reason to believe that it really could, that would put XRP around $14. If it just gets up to like 12%, and if the market cap for the space doubles and XRP gets 12% of it. You see how it's not crazy to think about these numbers? And from here, it's only a little over a 4x anyway. That's not crazy. Well, think about where we're at right now. Like, I understand that that's intense compared to where we were in recent years, price-wise, of course, but that's also what we've been waiting for. But we haven't seen the blow-off top yet. There's so much more money that can, and I believe will, cycle through this space if history is to rhyme with itself. It makes all the sense in the world. This is incredibly exciting. This is insane here. Take a look at this one. There's more confluence. This chart is XRP denominated in gold. We can see price is trying to fully clear the largest resistance over the last 7 years as well. And so look, do you see the confluence? Like, pick any XRP chart and you're going to see this type of thing. XRP is just going on a freaking tear. And then we have this. Here's another chart. Above is a chart, the one on your screen, he writes, above is a chart of XRP denominated in the NASDAQ. Just like the previous charts, price is trying to fully clear the largest resistance of the last 7 years. Okay, so you love to see it. It makes sense. It's what you'd expect at a time like this. But it gets more wild. And the best chart's actually coming up in just a moment here. So hang with me. He also shared this. So this chart is XRP denominated in Tesla. Now you might be wondering, well, why would he do that? Because everything is a tangled web. Everything's worth something relative to something else. And so when you see this level of confluence, things start to get interesting. That's why analysts look at all sorts of things that might not be intuitive to look at for somebody who's not a chart analyst. And I'm not a chart analyst. I'm just aware of this because I've been tracking tons of chart analysts for the better part of a decade at this point. So here you have XRP denominated in Tesla. He says price is trying to fully clear the largest resistance of the last 5 years. Then we also have this. This is the chart for, this is the big one. Oh yeah, XRP USD. And this is the one that like we all care about, let's be real. Like the XRP against the dollar. Or I understand if you're in a different geographic region where you're not really typically touching the dollar, whatever your fiat currency is, but you know how to convert what the dollar value is for XRP, versus what it is for your fiat currency of choice here. But check this out. So he says, above is a chart, the most important one, XRP USD. XRP is battling the most important resistance over the last 7 years, its all-time high. This is, of course, a massive level to overcome. Fully breaking this puts XRP's price in price discovery. He had a little typo there. He wrote is, he means in. So fully breaking this puts XRP in price discovery. So we can now see how this is by far the most important level XRP has faced in history. There is too much confluence to deny it. Simply put, when XRP fully clears all the levels, I think the leg that will print will be the most powerful one ever seen. All charts point to massive gaps after, where a 100% move seems very feasible. So folks, if I could just summarize this, XRP is the king. This is undeniable. And now for the short term. It says, taking all of this into consideration, realizing the importance of the level we are trying to break, there is a chance we consolidate up here and cool off after this fierce 40% pump. It would be healthy. Never a guarantee, but it makes sense. Looking at the order book, we can see some larger sell walls have been reached on Binance Spot. Around 10 million XRP needs to be cleared to get us to $3.30. And I'll just pause to note, the reason Binance matters is because it's the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange by volume. What happens there absolutely tremendously impacts what happens with XRP. That's an undeniable fact. Anyway, then he says, so again, cooling off here up to the inauguration would make sense. Bitcoin has sent it up very strong over the last few days and has reached a very important level, $100,000, and there's a good chance we put in a higher low before the inauguration. If that happens, XRP should follow suit. The market can use a cool-off, and it would be much better going into the inauguration if we saw that. Just don't be surprised if we don't see it, or if we do see it, rather. Better under-promise and over-deliver your expectations. Thanks for reading. So a little bit of warning, could be a little bit of sideways action, but this is the cool thing about being in a bull run. You don't have to wait long for things to continue to the upside. When we're in the depths of the bear market, you're accumulating and it feels like it's never going to end, and sometimes that's because it's literally for years. But when you're in the midst of a bull market, and especially as we're really getting towards the tail end of this thing chronologically, that's when the blow-off happens, and that's when the greatest multiplier effects happen. That's what we're in store for with XRP. That's what is around the corner for us. Charting Guy read that whole thread, and he responded, and he agrees. He wrote, agreed 100%. Once we break this area, which is like the mid-zone of XRP BTC and XRP dominance, I expect a very swift move to the top of the range, which has a lot of confluence, to around $8 based on what I'm looking at. And also, that is the first key fib level above the 1 fib, the 1.272 fib, and which is at $8.29. I know that some of you out there are going to be some rich sons of bitches in short order. Like that's what's about to happen here. Like if history is to rhyme with itself, and if all of these analysts saying such similar things end up being correct, there are some of you listening right now that are going to be filthy rich. And I hope to count myself among them here. And right now, already looking at what my XRP worth is, like I was looking at it on Wednesday, and I stood there like staring at the number, like with my jaw dropping, like this is real life. Like it's surreal. It's absolutely surreal. And I believe that it's going to go way higher than that. I firmly do. I got to tell you, like jumping into crypto and specifically getting into XRP is the best financial decision I've made in my entire life. I know that we had the SEC detour over the last several years. Not my fault, not your fault. Nobody could have predicted it. So it's not like we made a bad decision because of that. It's just government interference. And so that doesn't mean our decision was bad. But it's been so life-changing. And because of that, because XRP made sense and I figured that early on, it sucked me more broadly into crypto. So XRP is my favorite crypto, but I hold 42 different cryptocurrencies. And by the way, you don't need to hold that many. I just happen to because I've been here a long time. And I just don't sell stuff until I'm enticed. But because of that, just everything else that I'm into, it's been absolutely life-changing. Certainly financially, but in other ways as well. And because I love running this YouTube channel too. Like that's been very meaningful to me. Like I spend hours a day on this, tracking what's happening in crypto, putting out content because I love to talk about this stuff. It's so fun and so engaged. It just grabbed me. It just did. And so it's been so life-changing for so many reasons. And all the people, although I haven't met anyone in person. I hope to change that though. I'm sure there'll be XRP parties, all this celebrating. But even just the people that I've met, even if we're online friends, it's meaningful stuff. It is stuff that changes one's life. And I just think it's just amazing. I am so thankful that I came across crypto and specifically XRP when I did, because the opportunity was real and here we are. We're on the cusp of just like absolute greatness and achieving what we believed could happen for all these years. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say are right. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.